135 laps tonight. Stages at 35, I believe. Let me check that just to be safe. But one of the sponsors of tonight's race is, or the sponsor of tonight's race is Red 38. Awesome guys. Doug, the league owner, actually, he made friends with them after going to Daytona, and this is their 15th year anniversary of having an infield party, and they do the Daytona 500, but just Red 38 tailgate and infield party. But it's awesome group of guys. They go to many different tracks and stuff like that. But yeah, they just go to a ton of different tracks, and they go to Daytona, Dega, Loudon, and Homestead for at least 4 races. But these guys are awesome. Red 38, go check them out. I will put their Facebook, if they got one, in the description of the video and race on the video deal. But go check them out because they are an awesome group of guys. From what Doug said, haven't met them, would like to hopefully be able to go to Daytona, hang out with them sometime. But yeah, thank you for them sponsoring. They'll be in the top right of the corner the whole race, so that'll be up there, and it'll be a fun one to have. They sponsor a good race, so it is really glad to have them for this one. But at the still in this one, Austin top of the board with a 161, so he's gonna get the pole as qualifying ends. So he's gonna get the pole, and that's gonna be big for Austin. He gets the extra point for setting down the fastest lap in qualifying. So let's take a look at the field as we go through it when they all grid. So all these drivers are gridding right now. 135 laps tonight, so a decently long race. It's going to be 34, 34, 67 is going to be the lengths of the race. So 34 is the stage 1. It'll be 68 is stage 2, and 67 laps till the end. And it's going to be fun here at Richmond. The drivers are going to be slick and sliding and all over the place, trying to manage their tires. Richmond, we'll talk about that during the race more, but it's a handful. This track, especially in the daytime, tire wear becomes a big deal. So you'll see that, and we'll talk about that more down the line of the race. But on the pole, Austin Albritton, like I said, gets the extra point for qualifying on the pole. So great run for him, with Matt Frady to his outside on the front row. Then row number 2 going to be Chad Adams and Jason Spear. He's in the 4th spot, so a newcomer, already showing speed, qualified 4th, so good run, or qualifying run for him. And Chad Adams underneath him, trying to fight for the points at the end of the race to try to take over the points lead of the guy who's in the 4th row. We'll get to him in a second. But Brandon Bass and Bernard Pearson? I'm not sure how to say it. I'm going to say Persons for this one, Bernard. So my apologies if that is wrong. But yes, got him in the 3rd row. One of the newcomers as well. Also Jason's friend. So go to get them in. Brandon on the outside. He's looking to have a solid run after the unlucky weeks that he's had. Then in the next row, row number 4, the points leader, Zach, in the 55 with Jeremy Horn on his outside. Jeremy had a heartbreaking loss last week at the end of Texas, so he's looking for a little bit of redemption here. Is Chris Pilo right behind them, right next to Brian Wasserman in the 7. You got Matthew Meek and David Livington. He's looking good in the 350 on the outside. Need to get with him and check out his numbers and things like that. Make sure that's good. We'll get that sorted for him after the race. But then you got Clay Sarton, Josh Maloney, Mike Presley, Bully Chef, Anthony McPherson. Shout out to Anthony's mom. I know she's watching. Then you got the 88 of Derek Cook, Richard Pruitt back here, Jamie Beasley in the 62. And rounding out the field is going to be TJ Hanley. So a big field tonight. A lot of cars, a lot of trucks ready to rock and roll for 135 laps at Richmond. Place your bets now. They're going to be duking it out all night as pace car lights are out and we're coming to the green. Austin Albritton and Matt Frady on the front row. Race number 8. The red 38, 135 at Richmond is green. Already battles going on throughout the field, but these front runners are trying to get single file, duck in line as people are trying to make moves. You see the 81 loose, able to save it, tries to stay off the back of, believe that was the 55 or the 7, and was able to hang on to it. So great save by Jeremy. Well, that's going to put him back a few spots early in this one. But already cars making moves. The front few have single filed out, so they're looking to get in line and kind of ride for these first laps. Get to the end of this first stage. Still got the 20 incident count rule and only 2 and 1 fast pair. So these drivers are going to have to be up on it. You see Josh going to run that high line, trying to get the good run on the exit of the corner. Fighting hard around the outside of the 81. Back up to the front of the field. You see most of these drivers just trying to sit in line. Richmond, a very hard place to pass. From experience and things like that, my first NIS win came here, but it is a hard track to pass at, and it's going to show. But when these tires wear and things like that, we're going to see who's the best at saving tires and who's going to be up on the wheel late in the running. Is Austin Albritton still leading from the start? Matt Frady trying to run him down. Chad Adams putting the pressure on Matt. Newcomer Bernard sitting solid in 4th, and his teammate with Jason Spear in 5th. A little bit about them both. 3.1K I-rated drivers, both maxed out on safety. Ran with them last night in the practice recruitment race that we did, and they were some heck of drivers. Two heck of a drivers right there. So 82 and 83, going to be looking out for them throughout this race and the rest of the season. As Zach already gaining spots, trying to gain as many as he can. As we'll ride on board with him now as the points leader tries to make his way through and gain some spots. See what lanes he takes. See the back bumper of the 3 in that Colorful Selection podcast. 3 machine. As Zach's going to look to the inside heading into turn 1. Going to be underneath them on the exit of 2. They're going to be side by side down the back straightaway, though. Richmond D-shaped, so you can have a lot of opportunities to have a dive into the corner into turn 1. But you got to arc it to get a good run off, and you saw how it worked out for Brandon, and he was able to stay side by side, but thought smart and let Zach go on the exit of 4, and Zach's going to take over the 6th spot. Back up to the front, Matt. Now on the back bumper of Austin. These 4 really even on pace. We'll ride on board with Bernard as he's looking at the front 3 in front of him. Bernard applying the pressure. His first race with us. He's doing a solid job so far in it. As Chad, Matt, and Austin all have been competitive week in and week out. The front 2, Austin won the first short track race of the season at Irwindale Speedway. Matt has 3 wins on the season, and Chad has come up short. I believe it was 2 races and lost by 0.026 of a second at Martinsville 2 weeks ago. So all 3 of these guys are competitive, and he's running right with them. So doing a solid job staying right with him as we're looking out back to his teammate in Jason. Jason having a solid top 5 run so far. You see the 7, Brian Wasserman, already up 2 spots. Doing a mighty fine job in that aspect of it. Gaining just a few spots. Like I said, Richmond, a hard track to pass, and all about saving tires. So these drivers know it. They're going to have to be smart about it and work on their long run and hope that they got the late or early run speed if there's a late race yellow. But these front 4 are still nose to tail. Not much going on with it. These 4 are still battling. Is Matt going to have a little run on Austin? Down the front straightaway, is Matt going to have a move? Nope. Going to think smart about it. Going to sit right behind him. Matt looking for some room as Bernard all over the back bumper of the 51. At the top of the screen, you can see who we're on the left side, highlighted in yellow, who we're focused on at the top of the screen as well. You can see their name, their number, what position they're in, and their last lap time. So, see, Bernard ran a 3, Adam ran a 4, Matt ran a 4, and Albritton ran a 4. So, no, that is the fastest lap. So, at the moment, Bernard's got the fastest lap with a 3 as Matt in second, Albritton leading, Chad Adams third, Bernard 4th. So, we go a little bit deeper in the field. Zach trying to run down Jason Spear in that 5th spot. Clay Sarton, he's made a few spots. He's up 2 spots from the start of this deal. Looking to the outside of Matthew now in the patriotic scheme. As caution flies, yellow number 1 of the night on lap 16 comes out. Looks like heading into turn 1 is where it happened. The 17 just gets in the left rear, the 62. Big battle at the back of the pack. These guys were all battling really hard, really closely. As you can see, they're side by side, 2 by 2, all the way down the front straightaway. Anthony trying to make a pass on Josh, but the 17 gets in the back of the 62, overdrives the entry just a little bit, gets in the back of him, and the 62 goes around. Little contact with the right rear, but shouldn't be an issue for him. Short track won't matter too much, but he's able to get back running. Stays in front of the pace car, so luckily not going to go a lap down. We'll see. Zach made up a few spots. Now he's closer to the front row in that 3rd row. And it's going to rebunch. Austin Albritton takes the outside line. See how it works out for him on this restart. Into the restart zone, Austin Albritton fires and way gone. Austin, a mighty jump to clear around Matt, around the outside. Matt wasn't able to see him, wasn't able to mount a challenge as Austin able to clear down the back straightaway. Front 5 cars clear and a challenge for the 6th spot between the 3 and the 83. Brandon Bass on the outside, Matthew Meekin on the inside line. Sorry, that is Jason on the inside. I was looking at the wrong deal. My apologies there. But Brian trying to make a move on Matthew now in the 4. These guys are having a really big battle here to try to get inside the top 5. Who's going to be the one to try to run down Zach? If anybody's going to be able to, they're going to be needing to do it now and get clear to be able to do that. We're going to ride on board with Zach looking out back to this battle as he's trying to run away from it. See Jason going to be clear on the 3 down the front straightaway. So a good corner from Jason. That's going to allow him to get clear, and that's going to work out in his favor by a ton. Brandon trying to get down as soon as he can, but Matthew 7 in the fence right in front of the field. Everybody's able to save it. Saw the 15 get in the back of the 7. Nowhere for him to go. 19 got in the back of the 15, but able to still stay running. Everybody saved it. No harm, no foul as Josh trying to make a move to the inside. As 2 teammates of Ironman Motorsports, the 15 and 24 on the outside of the 5. Going to be 3 wide coming on the exit of the corner. 24 on the fence. Everybody's able to get through. That don't work normally at Richmond. Oh, boy. We'll go back up to the front of the field. a challenge for the 4th spot. Zach trying to go underneath Bernard. Zach side by side with him. Into turn 3. Bernard trying to roll the very high line. Able to pinch him off on exit. Trying to get a good run off. It's working for him at the moment. We'll see how that line evolves later in the running. As you can see, as we zoom out, the front 2. Matt applying the pressure. Zach applying the pressure to Bernard. And Chad just kind of on his own. But we're closing in on the stage. It's going to be 5 laps to go here at the line. Remember, lap 34 is the stage. These drivers are going to be duking out. How aggressive will Matt get? He needs the points. Missed the first race of the season. But so does Austin. Austin needs the points as well. He's missed a few races. So he's trying to come up the point standings. He's made up a lot of time every race he showed up. Austin 21st in the points. Matt 6th in the points. So he's solidly in, but obviously wants more points. The more the merrier, the more to help him. So he's trying to get that job done for that extra point. Let's go on board with Matt. As you see in the back, Zach able to clear Bernard for the 4th spot. Let's ride on board with Matt for the rest of this run at least. See what different lines they run. What different, what idea Matt has to try to set up this pass. See Matt tried to arc the corner a little bit more than Austin to get a good run on exit. Old tires, you could tell, a problem. Not able to turn the center like these drivers want. Matt trying to set up a run. It is a 3/4 mile track. So a shorter track, but still dirty air can come into play on the exit of these corners, especially with the tire spin that's possible with it. As Matt going to look to the inside of Austin, thought he had a run, wasn't able to get to the inside. He's still applying the pressure on Austin here. Looking out back now from the top at All Britain's car. Who's he going to be? At the stripe, Matt gonna look low. Not gonna be able to do it. Austin Albritton off turn 4. He's gonna win stage number 1. So Austin Albritton gets the stage 1 win. Go ahead and interview him now. Austin, do you got a copy?
Man, you pulled me out, dude. Put me back in there. We're trying to have a conversation.
Okay. Well, every time I try to interview Austin, it seems like everybody's they're trying to figure out strategy and things like that. So, we'll try to get with him a little bit later on. But Austin Albritton wins the stage for stage number 1. Stage winner, Austin Albritton, double A. Gets her done. Matt finishes 2nd. Chad 3rd. Zach 4th. Bernard 5th. Going to round out the top 5 with Jason Spears 6th. Matthew 7th. Brandon 8th. Jeremy 9th. And Brian Wasserman going to round out the top 10 as everybody's coming to pit road for some tires. We'll see how it works out for everybody here. See everybody coming down pit road. Nobody's going to stay. They know how valuable tires are. Last night, Chad was able to steal a win with a green-white checkered. Started 5th on the restart. Everybody else stayed out. He was leading, came down pit road, and was able to steal one coming off turn 4. So he's got that in the back of his mind. He knows how valuable tires are. Zach's going to leave the pits. He's going to get out in front, as well as Matt. So differing strategies here. You saw the left sides go up on All Britain. Let's take a little bit closer look at that and see if we can take a guess at what they took. So everybody goes in their box. See the right side go up on All Britain's truck. Right side's also on the 51, 83, but the 40 and 55 don't take any tires. Neither does the 3. The 49 gets out, 18, 51. 482, 83. So differing strategies here. That is Interesting. We'll see how that works out for him. Matt knows, Matt and Zach, as well as Brandon, they know or have an idea of how valuable tires could be late in the running in this one. These drivers only have 4 sets, so Matt possibly trying to save them for that 67 lap run to the end. But a solid pit stop for those 3, at least not taking tires, but Austin Albritton on the tires is going to come out 4th with Chad Adams behind him, Matthew in 6th, Bernard 7th, Jason 8th, Brian 9th, Bully 10th, or Clay 10th, apologies, Bully dropped a few spots there, David in the 11th spot, David and Derek side by side with, are going to be starting side by side here in 11th and 12th, with Anthony McPherson in 13th, Mike Presley 14th, TJ Hanley in 15th. As Bully is going to round up the field, you see a few cars still on pit road trying to get their cars fixed or just coming down late. Jeremy, Richard, I believe that is Chris. They're all coming down pit road, possibly get damage fixed, but everybody able to. All right, a field bunched up, getting ready for stage number 2. 2KFM trucks on the front row. Going to be Matt on the outside, Zach on the inside. Matt, the leader, he picked the outside row. Here we go. Stage number 2 is underway. See that inside line, not able to get going. Matt able to clear Zach before the start-finish line, and Austin on the tires. Going to roll the outside of the 55. We'll see what Austin does down the back straightaway. He's going to look to the inside. He's going to try to take it into turn 3, and it works out for him. Able to get clear. Off turn 4, the newest on tires, Matthew. The next person on tires is Chad, stuck on the bottom lane behind the 3, not able to get around it. Chad came out 5th on that restart, dropping back a few spots, not able to do anything with the older tires car in front of him. As Matthew trying to take over the third spot. He's up 7 spots already, as it's almost 3 wide on the exit of the corner. Chad sideways on the inside line, able to save it, but he gets big sideways as a battle in front. Here, Brandon going to go up the track just a little bit. These drivers learning how valuable tires are, seeing from the 3, the 40, and the 55 staying out. So these kind of learning by fire in this one. They're all good. I don't see an issue for them unless something major happens. They'll be back late in this one, but strategy from them, thinking tires later in the race is going to help them, and that's the strategy that they're trying to do with the 83. Going to look to the inside of the 55 now. And Jason's teammate trying to follow him through with the 82, so Jason gets the inside of the 55. It's going to open up the door for Bernard in the 82 as caution flies. Second caution of the night comes out on lap 44. Entering turn 1 seems to be a big problem for these guys getting into the corner. See the 08 on the outside of the 18. And they just make a little bit of contact. 08 goes around. Chris, nowhere for Chris to go. Came in out of nowhere. No, not what Chris needed. Chris needed a solid run, as we'll ride on board with the 81 as he saw that right in front of his eyes. We'll see how this happened, and you guys be the judge of it. So the 18 on the inside, 08 on the outside. 18 not able to get to the bottom like he wanted, and the 08 goes around. And from the onboard of the 15, kind of committed, tried to run the top line, tried to get on the brakes, and just locked her up. Wasn't able to do much about it. Locked her up, and he went straight. But once again, shout out to our sponsors with Red 38. Appreciate you guys for sponsoring this one. Putting on a show, Richmond. Definitely a fun race to watch. And we just want to thank you guys for sponsoring. Go check them out on their Facebook. Have different go to many different tracks, and yeah, just have infield parties and tailgates. So go check them out. Awesome guys. From what Doug said, Doug loves hanging out with them. So these guys always fun to hang out with, and definitely go check them out. If you run or go to races and in the infield, these guys could be some of your new party buddies or best friends. So go check them out. Appreciate them sponsoring. We'll talk a little bit more about them post-race. 68 is the stage, so 18 laps to go for stage 2. See if it's going to be a back-to-back winner. Austin creeping into the restart zone. In the restart zone, fire, and he's gone. Good restart for the outside row. Get a late race yellow. Drivers are going to have to be, or at least leader, are going to have to be thinking about that and what lane they want to choose, as now there's a challenge for the second spot between the 4 and 83. Matthew on the inside, Jason on the outside. As Bernard trying to get by a few drivers to make his way through the field. Still side by side for the second spot. Matthew going to try to clear, not going to be able to on the exit of 2. As Bernard going to the bottom. Underneath Matt. Matt gonna maybe let him go. Gonna have the run on exit, but not gonna have the tires to do it. He's gonna let him go there. So Bernard into the 4th spot. Matthew into the 3rd. Jason actually able to hold him off. Jason was 2nd at the line that time, but wasn't able to clear Matthew to get clear into the 2nd spot. As Brian trying to make moves by Zach and Matt. Matt struggling on the outside line. See him get loose, lets his teammate go by, and now Brian holds open for Brian. He's going to try to get around to get into the top 5 for the first time for tonight for him. Zach trying to hold back as many positions as he can to stay relatively in the track position. And when they come down pit road and take tires with everybody, they'll have one extra set of tires than the field. But Matthew trying to catch Austin Albritton now. See if he's able to mount a challenge. Matt Saul tried early, just when tires started to wear, wasn't able to do much and get around him. But now Matthew's turn as two buddies, two teammates battling for Spear Motorsports. Jason Spear in front, Bernard riding on board with Bernard. Spear Motorsports seen on the back bumper of Jason's truck. Seeing these three wrap the bottom. No one seems to be trying to dime the corner much. Maybe when tires start to wear, you'll see drivers starting to open up that center. See Zach going to do it just a little bit, but from my experience of Richmond in the trucks and some of the higher horsepower Cup cars and Xfinity things, pretty much every car here at Richmond that I've driven, I like to diamond it. It helps me save the right front. It seems like able to roll the corner a little bit harder on entry and able to get a good run on exit. So none of these drivers have taken advantage of it yet, at least that we have seen, as Jeremy trying to make up some spots to get back through the field after his first few laps incident got way loose, was able to save it. So heck of a job from Jeremy, able to save it. As he's working the back bumper of the 88, looking to the inside. In front of him, Derek Cook in the bright pink 88 with Chad Adams right in front of him. So everybody trying to fight their way through the field, get through, and put them in position for the last stage. And I think these drivers know it. They know how valuable track position is, at least here in the moment. It's a big wide shot. You can see the whole field, or most of it here. Maybe a little bit hard to spot. But as they go down the back straightaway at the front of the field, these see the top 5 drivers. Austin still leading. Matthew putting on the pressure. He's up 9 spots from the start of the race, doing a solid job into the top 2. And then Bernard and Jason riding right behind each other. Bernard putting the pressure on Spear there. And Brian comfortably in the 5th spot as we go deeper through the field. I think that was Cook that had up 13 spots, if I'm correct. Yes, 13 spots for the 88 Derek. So he's doing a solid job currently. Up 13 spots, loses a spot there to Jeremy, so that'll go back down to 12. But Zach trying to fight around the outside of Chad and not going to be able to do it. Chad's going to take over the 6th spot. As Matt just kind of lurking behind his teammate. See him dropping back. Not dropping back as far as I thought they would. But white flag for Austin Albritton. Not white flag, sorry. We've got 4 laps to go. Not 64, 68. My apologies there. Be 4 to go here at the line. Matthew not got the speed late. Slowly drop back each lap. Just not been able to stay with them. But top 5 pretty much locked in. Chad looking good in the 6th spot. After getting around some of the guys that stayed out on tires with Zach and Matt. A little bit deeper in the field. David Livingston for his first race with us. Made his way in the top 10 and for his first time tonight. Looking good. Maybe got to get him a paint scheme. But his first race with us. So he's looking good at the moment. In the top 10. Cook as well. In 11th. Anthony 12th. A little bit deeper in the field. Jamie starting to come back. Up 8 spots from his spin earlier in the race with Clay and Bully battling. Brandon on the old tires. He's dropped back a ton. You can see how that's not worked out for him. Chris as well. He took tires, or at least pitted on 46, is side by side deep in the field between Mike and Richard. They're battling hard all over the track. But we'll go back up to the front of the field. Austin seemed to mount a little bit of a gap on these drivers, or on Matthew. And both of these have opened up a decently sized gap, 0.6 of a second between Matthew and Jason. As caution flies, that'll be the stage. So Austin Albritton wins stage 2. Doing a solid job of it so far. We'll let these guys come down pit road in a sec. But going to go ahead and interview a few guys, or 2 guys, that are new to the league. Going to do a little bit of a double interview here. Got Bernard and Jason with me. You guys are having a good run, both inside the top 4. Guys are doing a solid job. Bernard, want to talk to you first. Sitting right behind Jason. I know that you guys are coming to pit road, so what's going to be your guys' strategy heading into this last stage?
Just try to stay out of trouble and just keep the leader in sight and see what happens.
Alrighty.
It's same here. Just try to keep it clean and save what we got to the end and hopefully have a shot at this.
Well, it's worked out for you guys so far. You guys are coming down pit road solidly in the top 4. But gotta ask you guys this, obviously, friends and on the same team. If it comes down to you two, any bumper going to be used, or what's going to happen heading into 3 if you two are battling for the win?
We use love taps. You know, sometimes you just have to give a little tap in the ass once in a while. Nah, we'll be clean. We're in this together here. We've given each other wins many, many times, so nothing should change now.
Well, it's been fun to watch. You guys putting on a show. Hopefully we'll see that at the end, you two duking it out for the win. But good luck in the in this final stage, and hopefully be interviewing you two at the end.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Dragging them back into their chat. But front two stayed out. Anthony took the outside. Mike in second on the inside. With Matthew and Austin, the first two on tires. Anthony and Mike going to lead them back to the green for stage 3. And to finish it off, we're back green at Richmond. Big checkup from the field. Everybody anticipated the jump. Wasn't able to get going from it. Matthew going to try to make a move. He's going to be clear getting into turn number 1. Good move from Matthew. Going to be 3 wide down the back straightaway. Mike stuck in the middle. All the drivers on tires trying to make moves. So the 81 going to go around the outside of them. 28 in the front of the field. They're going to make a little bit of contact now. Oh, boys. Keep it safe. Race it smart. Mike got stuck to the outside line. Not going to be able to do anything with that. Anthony 3 wide behind him. 3 wide way behind him. Zach hard charge in the middle of the corner. Trying to stay right with. Oh, whoa, look, contact in the back of the field. Third 350 going to go around. That's going to be David in the mid-pack. He's going to go around. We were just talking about him. He was having a good run. And he went for a little bit of a spin. Well, that's going to be the third caution of the night. See the exit of the corner. The 15 tries to go 3 into turn 3 on the inside of the 18 and 88. So the 15 gets on the apron. The 24 sees it. Tries to avoid the 15's on the apron and has to avoid it as the 350 goes for a spin, and the 08 spins to try to avoid it. But the 350 going to spin and able to save it though. So good save for them. Austin?
I'm here.
Alrighty. Gonna interview you here. You're spotting for the driver in the 49, Austin Albritton. You guys have had a solid run. Won the first 2 stages. Looking quick. Just got stuck on the inside on that restart. What's
Yes.
What are you trying to do to help Austin get back to the front of the field, and what are you gonna try to do to help him win
We're just trying to
it?
stay alive. We kind of had to, figure those 2 trucks that stayed out, that their tires were probably going to be, overcooked steak. So we just had to stay smart there. Luckily, Austin, had the chiz to stay on top of that restart and not get in the back of the 17 there. Shout out to the 55 of Zach Zolivar as well for absolutely spinning the tires behind us and saving it and keeping it straight. That was sick to watch. Tires, big thing because this is a day race. The track's kind of hot. It's kind of greasy right now. But track temperature is 94 degrees, so not too crazy. But we're just trying to stay alive. We may or may not have an extra set of tires, so hopefully we get another caution here soon, and then another caution towards the end, and I think we'll be Gucci Man LaFleur here in this Ford truck powered by a Chevy engine.
Alrighty. Well, solid. You got it all figured out. On top of the box and spotting, you got it all set. So Austin, good luck, and good luck to Double A, your driver. Double A,
Yes,
I guess,
sir.
is kind of his nickname.
Yep, Double A, the
Double A.
Albatron. Yeah, hopefully we can get this all-seeing Motorsports Ford Chevrolet powered, truck here in Victory Lane.
Yes, sir. Well, doing a solid job of it so far. Hopefully be interviewing you here at the end.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Austin Baker interviewing for Austin Albritton there. So Austin, always happy and willing to talk no matter what. So thank you to Austin for doing the interviews there. But shake up at the front of the field. See Matthew going to take the outside. That's going to put Chad on the inside. And we're going to stack them back up and get back running for this restart. Got something special lined up for this restart. We'll go NASCAR crank it up after the first lap. But these drivers are going to have to maneuver through the field as big checkup for the field. Not sure what happened there. That was the 28 hitting the brakes or what. Saw the 55 swerve, but alrighty, gonna be a restart. Lap 82 restart when they cross the line. Chad on the inside, Matthew on the outside. Matthew fires. We're back green. Good restart from everybody so far. We see. So we're gonna stay on top of the tower for the first lap. Bernard gonna fight hard around the outside of Austin Albritton. Bernard showed the speed early, was looking good in the 4th spot. But as they come off turn 4, we're going to go NASCAR, crank it up. As I get back, caution comes out. So my apologies, missed the yellow, but we're going to go ahead and check it out right now. My apologies there. Wasn't an outs in there, but we see the 88 and 24 off to turn 4. The 88 gonna go for a little bit of spin. 24 gets in the back of him, goes for a spin. 62 able to avoid it, but the 08 gonna shoot the gap. He gets through. But the 88 for the second time tonight, backwards on the racetrack. Not good for him. Just been caught up in unlucky situations. But he's still able to get running, get back rolling, and he's doing a good job tonight. Trying to stay out of trouble, just not been the luckiest person. So feels like every week there's going to be that one person that isn't lucky. But everybody's pretty much stayed the same. Not too much movement at the front of the field. Austin able to get into the 3rd spot. Matthew still leading it. So who can we interview now? Let's go ahead and interview Doug. It's came up in the booth. You got me? Doug, do you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, race control, you're looking good in this one. Having a solid job of watching and making calls and things like that. What have you seen from these drivers so far?
For the most part, it's been a really clean race. We've had a couple of incidents here and there, but really clean from everyone. Everyone's doing a good job. Don't really see anything. Not really keeping an eye on anybody or anything like that. So it's been a fun race to watch. And let's see what happens here to the end. If anybody's got anything for the 49.
Hey, he's sitting 3rd right now at the moment. Matthew out front, Chad 2nd, 49 in 3rd. So he's going to have to fight his way back to the front of the field. But if you had to pick one driver to win it, who are you going to pick from now on? Who's the one guy? What do they do? They pick, all the announcers pick one driver. Who are you going to pick?
For tonight?
Yeah, tonight's race.
I think I'd have to stick with the 49. He seems to be strong all race. I think that would be my shot to go. I don't know if anybody, I think some people might have done some pit strategy to save a set of tires, hoping for a late race caution. And then we'll just see what happens. That could change everything.
Strategies definitely can change a lot of things, especially late in the running. We know Matt and Zach have an extra set of tires. So be on the lookout for them. I'm going to have to pick... Bryant's been coming through the field. Bernard's been up there a lot of the race. Matthew's been quick. And if he's in clean air, I'm going to go with Matthew here. And if he's able to stay out front, and if it goes green to the end, I'm going to give it to him. If it gets a few yellows, I'm going to have to give it to the 40, I think. 40 or the 55 when they come back through the field. But the 4 is able to hold off the 49. It'll be definitely a good battle. But Richmond putting on a show. So thank you, Doug, for the interview. Going to go ahead and let you go back into race control.
All righty.
Heard Doug's pick the 49. I'm going to pick the 4. Starting on the pole for this restart, as we're going to be lap 90 restart with 135. So still 45 laps to go. Here we go. Matthew fires. We're back green. Chad with a pretty good restart. One of the best restarts for the second place driver all race that we've seen. Austin looking, trying to make a move as early as he can, trying to get around Bernard once again. He's going to try as much as he can. Chad going to try to apply the pressure to Matthew. Chad been really good early on the restarts here. And this one as Bernard gets in the wall entering turn 1. Maybe got scared into it just a little bit. Still going to try to fight around the outside of the 49. Great run from Bernard. Not able to get to his right rear. But a heck of a run on the outside is Chad Adams applying the pressure on the back bumper of the 4. Right on board with him. Through this one. Into turn 1. Gets to the bottom of the racetrack just before he does. Looking out back at the field. See Bernard stuck on the outside line. Not much he could do about it. Just stuck in that unfortunate situation. As Zach and Matt trying to fight and fill the gap that there is between him and Bernard. As Chad going to try to go to the inside to take the lead into turn 1. Side by side on exit. Down the backstretch. Matthew with the car length advantage through the center of 3 and 4. Chad going to have a nose. Not going to be able to get it done. Really got to set up a pass for a few laps here to try to get the lead, especially with these front runners. Is Austin going to go to the inside through 1. Going to come off turn 2, and he's going to lead it. So Austin gets by Chad on 95. Now he's got to run down the 4. The 4 been quick, been applying the pressure to Austin early in the runs, but now it's roles are reversed as Matt trying to fight and get around the 82. Bernard stuck on the outside line. Not been able to do much as here comes Jason. See him in that blue 83 trying to make his way back from the back of the pack after that penalty. I believe it was speeding. So he got that speeding penalty. He's trying to make his way back through the field as they're still battling a little deep in the field, but Matthew trying to hold off the 49. See him arc that corner, run way wide. Gets a good run on exit. That'll help him save tires later in the run. It's going to be a dogfight. We'll see how these drivers are able to compare late in the running. We really haven't seen much of a long run. We've seen about a 15 to 25 lap run at the most. But if it goes green the way, it's going to be nearly 40 green. Just over 40 green. So they're going to have to just know that and be careful with that as we get going through the race. See a wide shot of the field. Now Austin all over the back bumper of the 49. Or Austin all over the back bumper of the 4. Takes a peek to the inside. Tries to fake him out. Maybe get him to overdrive it. Did for a second. Matthew going to have to be on the defense. Austin trying to get by. Looking to the inside. Almost a little contact. Austin showing the nose. Shows he's a little bit quicker. But about off the lead. Ain't nobody going to pull over. Well, less than... or closing in on 30 laps to go. Matthew looking for his first win with us. Only his 4th race, if my math is correct. Austin looking for his 2nd win of the season, as well as Chad. Chad looking for his 1st win of the season. Been running in that 3rd spot all race. Qualified 3rd, running 3rd, trying to just buy his time and wait for these guys, which may be his best moment or best thing to have happen for him. As Austin going to get a good run, he's going to go to the inside of the 4, getting into turn 3. Side by side for the lead off of turn 4. At the line, Matthew's going to lead it. Into turn 1. Matthew trying to hang on the outside. Not going to be able to. Is he going to cross over? Going to try to. Is he going to go back underneath him into 3? Doesn't look like it. So Austin Albritton going to take up the lead on lap 103. As caution flies. Oh boy. Caution flies once again. Getting into turn 3, this big gaggle of cars. See the 83 on the bottom, 18 on the outside, 19 gets in the left rear of the 18, and the 18 goes for a spin. Light damage on the rear, but not going to hurt him much. But he spins after contact with the 19. See the 19 thought there might be a hole, tries to get in front of the 3, but just gets in the corner harder than Bully, and Clay still able to make the corner, but Bully tries to back it up, get a good run on exit, but it cost him as the 19 gets in the back of him. So another one car stayed out. Richard Pruitt stayed out in the 24. He picks the inside line. It's going to leave Austin Albritton on the outside. Zach in 4th as well. And Richard into the restart zone. He fires. We're green. Good restart for Austin. That's going to help him out a ton on the new tires. Going to try to hold it around the outside. Is it going to be clear? Yes, he does. Clear around the outside as everybody trying to fight the 40. Big sideways in the middle of the pack. Able to save it. Now 51 trying to get around the 25. 24 as he's on old tires. So everybody going around the outside trying to get around the 24. We saw the 40 get loose on the exit of 2. Not sure how that happened. But the 24 slow on the inside with the old tires. 51 loose in front of them. Richard trying to fight back. He's going to go back to the inside. Everybody able to manage it so far. The 40 stuck in line. Into 1. Matt going to clear the 24. So most of the front runners have gotten clear. It's pretty tame. Gotten tame back now as Jason going to go to the inside and clear the 24. So top 10 is going to be clear as new 2nd place runner Zach trying to run down the leader. Zach looking for his 3rd win of the season. Won Daytona, stole one at Martinsville away from Chad, and Albritton looking for his 2nd win of the season. He's looking for points, trying to get into the top 10 in points by the end of the regular season. Chad in 4th as well, looking for his 1st win. Guy lurking in the shadows in the 4. Matthew in 3rd, looking for his 1st win. Brian, after the incident last week, he does have a win on this season. So Brian, he got a win last week. Come line, a few cars got DQ'd at the end of that deal. So Brian got the win at the end of that one, but now the 55 on the back of the 49. Gonna ride on board with the 55 as he's trying to make a move to get around Albritton. See him roll the bottom on the yellow line. Differing lines. Austin up the track through on entry, and it lets him get a good run on the exit of the corner. But Zach just rolling the bottom, trying to do as much as he can. Is he going to be able to catch him? We'll find out later as one Lap 116. 20 laps to go. Get through the field. Chad fourth. Bryant going to round out the top 5. Matt trying to mount a charge and get to the inside of Chris. See how he works this pass. See Matt able to get to the inside of the 15. 15 going to try to fight around the outside. Getting into 3, holding the inside line. On exit, not going to be clear yet. Back into turn 1. He's going to be clear on entry now. So in the center, Matt able to clear. That's going to put him in the 7th spot. But the front 3 still running hard, trying to stick with each other. Trying to pressure each other into a mistake. You see them, all 3 of them on your screen. Zach trying to run down the 49. The 4 lurking in the shadows right behind both of them. Let's go ahead and ride on board with Chad as we're deep in this race, but we'll go on board with the helmet cam as we're looking at his steering wheel and what he sees from his perspective on top of the helmet. See Richmond, a very technical track, very slow track in the center of the corner, but a fast on the straightaway. So you got to really slow down the car. You can't use a ton of brake or the car will come around, but you got to use enough to slow it down from the 130 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour at the end of the straightaway. So Chad painting that yellow line, got the left sides pinned on it, trying to rub the yellow Goodyear off the left side tires on that yellow line. You see everybody doing it. So he's looking out in front, seeing the 3 cars he's got to pass to get his first win of the season. Right behind him, Brian. See him running a little bit of a different line, kind of arcing the corner, not getting to the bottom as soon as Chad. See there, able to get on the throttle a little bit earlier. That's going to help him get a good run on exit. Brian, his fastest lap with a 3. Chad's with a 2.8, but see the last few corners, Brian's been able to run him down. Last lap for Brian, a 9. Chad, last lap was a 0. So, difference by a 10th last lap for these two. Now Matt trying to make a move to go around the 81. Trying to get into the top 6 now. So Matt fighting hard on the inside of Jeremy. Is he going to be able to take the spot? Doesn't look like it. Matt's going to be able to get around the 81. He's going to take over that 6th spot. Change for a position in the top 5. 4th, going to go to Brian. Chad moves into the 5th spot. As we're within 10 laps to go here. Everybody's pretty spread out so far. Zach, if he's got anything left with 10 laps to go, he's going to have to use it. Try to get to the 49. It's one thing to catch him. It's another thing to pass him. Zach in 2nd. Albritton still leading. Matthew in 3rd. Brian in 4th. Chad 5th. Matt 6th. Jeremy 7th. Chris 8th. Jason 9th. And Bernard 10th. So, shake up majority of the race. But Austin, 0.7 of a second gap on Zach at the front of the field. Austin been dominant so much of this race as next time is going to be 5 laps to go. As I was saying, Austin, so dominant. Won the first 2 stages, was able to get around the 4 early in this run. That gave him the lead, and he's not looked back since. And he's trying to get his second win of the season, his last win, or the first win of the season for him. Cameron Irwindale Speedway, a short track, looking to make it 2 in a row, or 2 at a short track. Him hoping for no yellow. I know Matt and Zach are hoping for a yellow. With their extra set of tires, I think most of the field probably hoping for a yellow for at least a chance to get to Austin. Battle for the 8th spot between Jason and Chris. Jason on the bottom in the 83. Chris on the top in the 15. Old tires definitely showing, as now the 81 trying to go around the 51 for that change in position. There's a little bit of lap traffic you see in front of Austin, hoping not to catch it by the end of this race. As it single filed out, the best battle on the track between the 15 and the 83. 15, little lift there to not hit the wall. But finally, Jason's going to clear him. As 2 laps to go for Austin Albritton. Two laps to go. Been so dominant. Been so dominant all race. White flag for Austin Albritton. Austin Albritton won the first 2 stages. Led most of this race. He's going to come off of turn number 4 and he's going to win race number 8 at Richmond. Austin Albritton wins race number 8. The red 38. 135 here at Richmond. He gets it done. So a good run for him. Zach going to extend his points lead with a good second place finish. Matthew comes home 3rd. As Brian comes home 4th, Matt 5th, Jeremy 6th, Chad 7th. As everybody's starting to reset now, but Austin going to take his victory lap. Austin, do you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Well, a dominating performance. Your second win of the season, second on a short track. Definitely got the short tracks figured out. Talk to us why you think that you were so good here at Richmond and how you were able to dominate this race.
Well, I'm a short track racer, man. That's where I cut my teeth. That's what I do. So I know any short track I go to, I've got an opportunity to win.
Well, it's definitely showed. Won Irwindale earlier in the season. Was fast tonight. Really fast tonight. Won both stages and got it done. How much of that came from just saving your tires, or did you save tires any, or how much was that strategy, do you think?
Well, I mean, it was we were trying to make some strategy call early in the race after that first stage, but we just rolled with the punches, man. We didn't think there'd be a whole lot of cautions, and once we got towards the end there and we realized there's only about 30 to go, them guys who had that extra set of tires, it wasn't going to work for them, even if we had, a caution with 10 to go, because they'd be so far back. So we just rolled with the punches and got tires and fuel every time.
Well, it worked out for you tonight. You get your second win of the season. Congratulations. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to All Seeing Motorsports, Overhead Surf Shop, Butt Snorkeler, JD Rudser, Austin Baker, Jones, Mike Robinson, all the boys over at All Seeing for helping me out every week. So good run to everyone out there in the field. So it was a good race.
Definitely put a statement on this one. A dominating performance to you. Congratulations. We'll hopefully see you next week.
Thanks, bud. I'm going to do some smoky burnies now.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
Burn her down, brother. Auburn gets the win here at Richmond. We'll go ahead and interview second place finisher Zach. Zach, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Come home just a little bit short. Try to pull the strategy card early. Stay out on the old tires. It seemed to work out for you if you were able to get a late race yellow. Talk to us about what you think and what your ideas were for strategy-wise after stage one, and at the end of that race, what did you need to try to catch the 49?
I mean, we knew tires were important. We wanted to have something in reserve, and wouldn't make any good to pit under green and take tires. Coming off the second stage, there was enough fuel to finish the race. So, especially with the caution right off the stage break, so we just needed a caution with maybe 10, 15 laps to go. Figured pretty much everybody in the top 10 didn't have an extra set left, and that would have put us in a good spot. Anything less than 10 laps to go probably would have put us too far back in the field to be able to do anything with it. So just hoping for a caution, and didn't happen. Didn't have the pace to hang up with Austin, and I just overdrove. I was hanging with him for a good maybe 10 laps or so, and then I just trying to mess with different lines and be aggressive on entry, and I just overdrove the tires. So didn't work out. Second place is a good point, so I'm happy with it.
Hey, speaking of points, you extend your points lead. Had 39 points on Chad coming into this one, and now you're going to extend it even more. So that's a good thing for you. But congratulations. You finished second tonight, a little bit short, but who would you like to thank?
Everybody in the Discord helping with the good strategy calls, good times, having a fun race. So, yeah, it was a good time.
Well, it was definitely a fun one to watch. Richmond put on a show, and just to come up a little bit short for your third win of the season, but definitely showed some speed tonight and some like comeback tenacity. No, that's not the word. I don't know what the word is. I'll think of it later, but you end up coming home P2. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Zach coming home P2 was determined to get back into the top three and had the drive to do it. So he comes home nice in the second spot. But third place, Matthew. His first top three of the season. Matthew showed a lot of speed tonight, ran majority of the race in second. Just wasn't able to get to the 55 at the end and get to the 49 by the end of it, but had solid speed, ran second most of the race. Talk to us about why you think that you were so good here at Richmond.
So good. I don't know about so good. Yeah, I was fortunate to lead a couple of laps and stay in the top five probably after the first stage. So I'm grateful for that.
Well, you showed some speed. You've been fast week in and week out. Phil, your time's coming, brother. You've been showing a lot of speed week in, week out. You were in the top five last week at Texas. Martinsville, you were quick. And you've showed some speed the last 3 weeks. So it's been fun to watch. Definitely been making these guys push. And it's been great to have you. But congratulations. Come home third, just a little short. But your first top three of the season, so that's good. Good points day for you. But who would you like to thank?
Really, at this point, I appreciate the WTF and as you, the broadcaster, putting up good races. I enjoy watching them at work. But I just want to thank everybody in the group for putting this on. I'm having a great time, and I'm glad to be here.
It's biggest deal. Just have fun with it, and hopefully everybody is, because it's definitely fun to watch and all the points and how it all unfolds by the end. But you come home P3 in this one, so congratulations on your first top 3 of the season, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. That's going to do it for Richmond, the Red 38 135 at Richmond Speedway, race 8. So thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you, Red 38, for the sponsor. We deeply appreciate it. Thank you for sponsoring it. And so once again, go check them out. They're a great group of guys, and we appreciate them tons for doing what they did. But that's going to do it for Richmond. Austin Albritton gets the win here in race 8 to tie Zach with second most amount of wins this season. But Austin gets her done after a dominating performance. So if you guys enjoyed, tune in next week, 8:30 EST, race starts. So be ready for it. 8:25 stream starts. So be on the lookout for it. Congratulations, Austin Albritton, Zach, and Matthew for the top 3 finish. If y'all enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. I will see you guys next week.